I would much rather win the game for all the wrong reasons than lose a game for any reason. Case in point, Sunday's play, another 10-dime release on the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, you may recall on Saturday, I had made myself one of the discounted featured plays here on the site, and I was going for a 7th straight winning day. And as I pointed out in Sunday's video, it's very, very difficult to win a run line play when your team is shut out, and that's what happened to me as Detroit fell 3-0 at home to Baltimore. So as a make good to the customers that came to the site and purchased that play on Detroit on the run line as a home dog on Saturday, I decided to put myself out there and give them my Sunday selection, another play equally as strong as I was going for winning day number 7 out of 8 on Philadelphia at home as a cheap chalk against the Miami Marlins as the Phillies were looking to complete the sweep. And the logic and reasoning behind that selection was the fact that Cole Hamels had been shelled in his start prior to the All-Star game. At San Francisco, just knocked out of the box and hit hard. One of the worst starts of his career, in fact. And I figured the extra day's rest, the fact that he'd been under a lot of trade speculation with the deadline fast approaching, this would give him a chance to get things together. He had pitched so well at home this season with a 2.33 earned run average in his previous starts. The Phillies were playing well. I thought this is a situation where Hamels might be making his very last start for the Phillies at home, and second to last start for sure if he's dealt before the deadline, and I thought, great place. Let's ride Cole Hamels. Well, Hamels was shelled again. I mean, he was hit even harder by a weak-hitting Miami Marlins team. He was gone. But the Phillies showed some offense. They scored 5 runs in one inning, came back, took the lead, only to see their setup man, Ken Giles, blow it in the 8th inning, giving a couple of runs up. So now I'm suddenly in the 9th inning, and what happens? Jeff Francoeur comes up, 2-run, walk-off homer. I walk away with the 8-7 win. So, for all the wrong reasons, the play was a win, but a win is a win, a loss is a loss. And do you think I care? Because I just want to be the guy in the winning line, waiting at the cashier's window to cash my ticket for any reason. That's the bottom line. So, it's been a nice little run for me personally here at the site. I will certainly say it's well overdue, as I have now won 7 of the past 8 days. But how about the free plays, guys? As I've told you, I've always had great success with the free plays, because the free plays are generally the plays I always say are the best of the worst. It's not necessarily the worst. In reality, what they are the plays that for one reason or another I considered using as my best bet, my own personal wager that day, but I found them to be slightly flawed. So consequently, I will put them out as the free plays. Well, 2-0 sweep last Sunday, 2-0 sweep on Friday, 2-0 sweep on Saturday, 2-0 sweep again yesterday, and that means 16-2. With my last 18 complimentary plays here on the video report over the past 9 days of action. And I've got 2 more selections coming your way in just a moment. Going to take a look at the game between the Braves and the Dodgers and the contest between the Phillies and the Rays. If you haven't figured this out at this point yet, guys, it's Al DeMarco here, and this, of course, is going to be your Monday video report. Listen, a guy who is winning for all reasons. It doesn't matter. He just can hardly do anything wrong. It is Trace Adams. A broken record, yes, but as I like to say, one well worth continuing to play, because he has now won 21 of the past 25 days. Yesterday, raised the bar, 1,500 star winner number 7 out of 8, his division rivalry game of the year, a good one. Giants 2-1 win at Arizona. Matter of fact, the Giants, one of my free plays yesterday for you here on the video report. And you got that as the half price play of the day, just like you got his winner the previous day with the Angels blanking the Red Sox on Saturday night. 1,000 star winner number 6 out of 7. $1 bettors have won over $27,000 as he has won 21 of the past 25 days. I am doing this report at 5:30 Eastern time, okay? So I have no idea what Trace has today. I haven't had any communication with him. He usually updates his site around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Trust me, whatever he has today, it's going to be another featured half-price play of the day selection. Guys, I've told you repeatedly, you don't have to spend big money to make big money. I prove my point repeatedly by constantly giving you the plays of the hottest handicappers here at the site at huge discounted prices. And I'm going to do so again today. 17 times, I believe, over the past 3.5 weeks, I've given you Trace's major wager release as a discounted play. 17 times. rack up another one today. Make sure you check out the website. It'll be posted here on the homepage by 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Also, props going out to Matt Rivers yesterday. Winner number 43 out of 73 overall. Top-rated 500,000 star winner numbers 5 out of 7. His NL Central Game of the Year. You got that play, I think, for $22, saving $77 off the regular price as the Brewers took care of business and completed a sweep of the Buccos, 6-1 at Miller Park. Now, interesting thing happened yesterday. Scott Delaney was the other featured play yesterday, and he had his Sunday night game of the year, which of course was the game that was postponed last night, as you had 2 rainouts in Southern California. Who would have guessed? What are the odds of that happening? I think I read a story that the last time the Angels were rained out in Anaheim, Mike Trout was 3 years old. There you go. Listen, what happens in that particular case, I can tell you guys, they're playing a makeup doubleheader today. That play stands for game 1 of the doubleheader today, because that goes at 5:05 Eastern Time. So if you got the play last night, it stands today because the pitching matchups have not changed. Now, for those of you that happen to be long-term package players with Scott Delaney, just to let you know what happens, listen, I don't believe in ever beating anybody out of anything. I bend over backwards to make sure everybody gets treated fairly and overcompensated usually. So what happens in this case is customer service will go in. Let's say you have 23 days left of a 30-day package with Scott Delaney. Well, yesterday doesn't count as a day because he's re-releasing the same play today. So what they'll do is they'll automatically add 1 more day to your package to extend it out for you, since yesterday was literally a rainout. So that's how it all works there. With that being said, again, you can get all your promo codes, etc., over on the homepage. Let's get to your complimentary plays. I'm going to go with Philadelphia once more. Listen, I have this little thing in my own mind where I never like riding a team as a personal best bet, as a personal wager 2 days in a row, but I have no problem giving you a wagered play and then a free play on back-to-back days. And I like the way Philly's playing right now. After the 3-0 sweep against Miami, they're a home dog today against a Tampa team that has struggled, losing 9 of its last 11 on the road. They had 4 hits in yesterday's 4-0 shutout loss at Toronto, a series in which they dropped 2 out of 3 and scored a total of 5 runs in the process. And it's really been a weird streaking Tampa team here the past couple of months. So they lose 2 out of 3 at Toronto post All-Star break. Prior to the break, they win a sweep, a 3-game series from Houston. Before that, they had lost 15 out of 18. Go figure. Consistently inconsistent. That's what I call that. They're going with Matt Moore, who's making his 4th start post Tommy John surgery recovery. His first 3 starts have not exactly been stellar. He has needed over 80 pitches to get into each of them, and I think the max he's worked is like 5 innings. I think 4 1/3, 4 2/3, and 5 innings in those 3 starts. In all, he's worked 14 innings, giving up 20 hits and 11 runs, and he's also walked 7 batters in those 14 innings. So I'm going to go once again with the Phillies in this one, going with David Buchanan, who, yes, the Phillies are only 1-14 in his last 15 starts, okay? And he pitched miserably early this season, struggled with his control, was demoted to the minors, then suffered a severe ankle sprain that kept him sidelined for 6 weeks, got back onto the active roster. They recalled him about a week and a half ago, and he pitched well at San Francisco last Saturday, giving up just 1 run in 5 innings. More importantly, he didn't walk anybody. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia as the home dog in this spot. The other play, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves as a home dog as well against the LA Dodgers. Listen, I know the Dodgers have been playing well here of late. They've won 8 of their last 11 on the road. They've won 6 of their last 8 games overall. They've also won 8 of their last 10 against the Braves. And I know the Braves just simply can't put any runs on the board. 2.6 runs they've averaged the last 23 games. They scored 5 total runs in their last 4 games. And they've lost 7, or last 4 home games, and they've lost 7 of their last 8 overall. Despite all that, however, Clayton Kershaw is not pitching today. Zach Greinke is not pitching today. Brandon Beachy is pitching today. Remember him? Used to be a promising young Braves hurler whose career was derailed by 2 Tommy John surgeries. We returned to the minors about a week and a half ago, July 11th to be specific, 9 days ago. Gave up 3 runs in 4 innings and a loss to Milwaukee. That was his first start since his last start as a member of the Braves back at the end of August of 2013. Matt Wisler going for Atlanta. 2 home starts he's made so far against the Mets and the Nationals. 13 1/3 innings, worked 7 hits and 1 run allowed, and he won both of those starts. And his fifth major league start, his last outing, was at Colorado, and I was very impressed. You know, when you have a rookie pitcher that's able to go into Coors Field and walk away with 7 strikeouts and giving up just 2 runs and 6 innings of work, that's impressive. I mean, it's impressive for a veteran, but let alone a rookie making his 5th major league start. He has a 3.10 earned run average on the season. Dodgers just took 2 out of 3 against Washington, but remember years and years ago, what did they used to say? Spawn insane and 2 days of rain. Well, I don't know what the rhyme would be for Kershaw and Greinke, and the Dodgers have to pray for in between because they have just not been able to get anything consistent out of their other starters, and I don't think this is a spot where you invest in the Dodgers. Even though the Braves have been playing poorly, even though the Braves have not been scoring any runs, it would be a great fairy tale if Brandon Beachy came back his 2nd start in 2 years and pitched great against his old team. I just don't see it happening. And I'm going to ride Atlanta as the home dog along with Philadelphia. And those are your 2 free plays for today. Best of luck to you guys, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.